Good Monday, everyone, and a busy weekend it was for some of us with the Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival, preceded by the 5K. Friday night had 146 runners show up, runners and walkers, for the 5K Friday night, which was quite a pleasant surprise. I was counting on anywhere from 100 to 120, and so we ended up with 146. So that's the biggest 5K I've ever managed by far. And from what I understand, it's one of the largest 5Ks we've ever seen, even around Cumberland County. So that's impressive. And then Saturday's festival, very successful. Had a lot of folks turn out. The weather was perfect. That really brought people out. Not to mention, I hope it was some of the things we had planned that brought them out too, as well as the cause, which was supporting our local veterans with unaffordable housing needs that they may have. So we'll have those numbers coming up this week on how many people showed up and how much money we raised, and we're pretty excited to be able to announce that because we're confident it was a success. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union bringing us our weather headlines for today. We had our first patchy frost of the season last night. Getting some pictures this morning from some folks showing some little patches of frost out in their fields, and some of y'all may have a little bit more than others. Our first widespread frost of the season is expected Thursday morning. That's when temperatures are going to drop down closer to freezing. A very active pattern may be developing come Sunday into next week. So looking like we may even have some severe weather chances, maybe some heavy rainfall. We'll track that as we get closer to that time. A lot can change between now and then, but just something that's kind of on our radar. Premier Generators bring us our level of concern. We have no weather worries for our Monday. And Premier Generators bring us our 5-day severe weather outlook, and we have no severe weather to worry about for the next 5 days. And as you can see from our Clearview Closet and Blind 5-day forecast, you can see why I'm not worried about storms. There are none on the 5-day forecast. We do have a chance for showers tomorrow. And I went a little optimistic, I guess you could say, for 30%. A lot of other outlets, I think, are giving 10 to 20, but I think we're going to see a little bit more coverage than that. And so we'll have southwest winds today. That could be a little gusty, highs in the mid 60s. Tomorrow, we've got another frontal system coming through, and I think that'll bring some showers to the plateau. And then that brings us cooler weather once again on Wednesday, highs only in the upper 50s. And then that sets the stage for us dropping down into the low 30s Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And that'll be our first widespread frost of the season. And highs only getting in the low 60s again on Thursday, and then mid 60s once again on Friday, as we start seeing a few more clouds ahead of a developing storm system that will bring a big air mass change for us once again. So it is the season for things to start changing. We knew this extended threat outlook would not stay quiet for long, and it is certainly starting to get a little bit more active. Got that frost on there for Thursday morning. Sometime in that Monday, Tuesday time frame. I don't think it would be as soon as Sunday, but Monday, Tuesday, it looks like we might have a strong storm threat. Storm Prediction Center's already keeping an eye on things for us on that. And then we have the potential for some heavy rainfall episodes, it looks like, between Wednesday and Saturday. That's a little bit more uncertain, so I've not highlighted any days in yellow for being a concern, but it is something I'm keeping an eye on. Got the Old Farmer's Almanac out. I updated it for this next week. You can figure out when you need to straighten your hair. Some of us don't have that issue. When to get married. Again, some of us don't have that issue. Pour concrete. When to prune to encourage growth. We've just got it all right there. B&H Storm Shelter is bringing us our On This Day in History, October the 20th, 1870. Official weather record keeping begins at Nashville. So we've been doing that since 1870 at Nashville. Observation site was located in a building at 70 and half Cherry Street between Church and Union Streets. And I had to throw this one in there. 1967, a purported Bigfoot is filmed at Bluff Creek in Northern California by Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin. I couldn't resist. 2020, NASA's Osiris, I think is how you pronounce it, collected a sample of rock and dust from the asteroid Bennu, the first time a U.S. spacecraft had done so. So from spotting Bigfoot to landing on asteroids, we've just got it all going on here, don't we? You folks have a wonderful Monday and keep looking up for even more weather information. Just go to meteorologistsmart.com.